You're listening to The Audacity Effect, where bold moves, real talk, and zero permission slips are just how we do things.
We're Jenna and Kelly, two corporate pros building bigger lives on our terms and helping you do the same.
Whether you're launching something new or burning down what no longer fits,
we've got stories, strategies, and sarcasm to match. Let's get audacious.
Bold moves, real talk, no permission slips. Gotta give him my all. Nobody's gonna tell me what to do with this. There is no blueprint, just my audacity. Done with permission. My dreams might need a pivot, might need a new scheme. Call it Audacity Effect.
Okay. How's it going?
well, it's going.
It's going.
Somewhere.
It is going somewhere. You had a long work day that was short?
I had a short, long work day. Yeah, I had to go sit in an office by myself in the office to be on video calls.
Oh,
So that was really helpful.
that's a treat.
'Cause if I wasn't in the office, in an office to be on video calls with people, how would they have seen me? Okay. Anyways,
Oh, yes. Yes.
the transition I'm going to make here is that I don't know if I'm afraid of this, but I can't stand mouth sounds. And eventually I'm going to have to be out in the cube farm, and I just know
Mhm.
someone's
Mm-hmm.
going to make the smacking noises like the lady when I was at the doctor's office last time that had a whole bag of hard candies in her
Oh,
purse. And she
no.
kept she
No.
smacked them and crunched them and crackled them to open
No.
them up, and they just kept coming out of the bag.
It makes me feel stabby.
I was glaring at her, and she was an older lady,
Mm.
and I didn't care.
It makes me feel stabby.
Yeah.
I bypass bless your heart
Mm.
with them and just go stab.
WTF is wrong with you?
Yes.
I-
Yes. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah.
So that's a fear.
That's a fear, I guess, that I'm going to be stabby at somebody that smacks their mouth. Yeah. Anyway, but what we're here to talk about today is that a fear is data, not a decision maker.
It's an interesting concept. So I have a fear.
Okay, tell me about it.
It is called, I just found out just a moment ago, vermophobia.
Tell us what vermophobia means, Vanna.
It is an intense fear of worms,
Oh.
and that is real. As a matter of fact, even looking this up, Mr. Google, I start freaking out.
There's a worm talking to a Victorian lady,
Oh.
which that would be scary if a worm talked to me, so I would join you in your vermophobia.
Oh my gosh. But yes, so I had a scare when I was a kid.
Worm scare?
Yes.
Whoa.
It-
So I guess you didn't have dirt cake as a kid.
Oh my gosh. I could not understand why people wanted it. No, I did not have dirt cake
No
as a
gummy
kid.
worms. Never send Kelly gummy worms.
Well, send me gummy worms, but don't tell
Not
me
in the
that.
worms.
Yeah, don't do that.
They make other gummies.
They do, and they're
Gummy
delicious.
bears.
Yes. Not the worms. But yeah, so I had a worm scare. Do you want me to tell it?
Kind of. I need to know. I've never heard of someone having a worm scare before. I'm not
So,
minimizing your fears, by the way.
ever. I think you are. Okay, so.
Hold on. Dun.
Yeah, stop it. So, when I was a kid, my grandfather used to fish, and he kept his bait and tackle box in the back of the fridge. And he has always told me, like, he would always tell me, like, don't go in there, leave that alone. And of course, like, I don't go in there, I leave it alone until the one day I decide to go in there and not leave it alone. And I put my hand in and
Wait, why did you just put your hand in?
because I didn't know what it was. And
Why
so,
didn't you look for it?
but well, Jenna, I was 7. I mean,
Your
you
eyes
can't.
were
Oh, wow. Wow, 7-year-old baby Kelly. That's okay. I still love you.
judging baby.
You
Kelly.
are.
If I was 7, I'd be like, why did you touch that? Why did you look
Oh
at
my
her?
gosh.
You can see who's more adventurous and who's more risky.
So I am. I've always been like
Yeah,
thrill seeking.
and I'm like, no.
So I put my hand in there,
Mm.
and they came out and they were on there, and I freaked out and I shook my hand.
It's like succubus worms.
I don't, Jenna,
I'm
And
asking details for the
I
listener.
don't know. And I threw my hand down, and then they were on the floor, and then I dropped the box, and then they were everywhere, and I lost my mind. And every time I think about it, I freak out. If you were seeing me now, I'm moving my hands,
Yeah.
like, to get them away. And that is why I don't garden
That's a good
or
one.
flowers, any of that. I don't do it. That's not my testimony.
She doesn't do flowers.
I do flowers, but I'm not digging anything.
No, you're just like getting them from the store and like, look, this is a bouquet.
They're so pretty.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
What's your fear?
Well, I'm afraid of birds, but I don't know that it's a fear. I think it's a valid risk aversion because people are like, oh, they're so cute. No. Let me ask you a question. If a small rat ran through your living room right now, which never would because it's impeccably clean in here, but if a rat ran by you, what would you do?
Move out of the way. I'd probably burn this house down.
Correct. Okay. So to me, birds are like rats, but they have wings, making them more dangerous because at least the rats, which they scurry very quickly, by the way, they're very quick for little scurrying creatures.
They are.
But the birds can fly and they have talons.
Yeah, that's true. You're not wrong.
Hello? Like,
You're not wrong.
Look at the pretty cardinal. Like, it has a beak. It wants to peck you. It has talons. It can fly at your head and dive on you. You can't fly. It can come at you from any angle, at any time, at any place. It can poop on you. It can peck your
Yeah.
eyes out.
Yeah.
Hello?
I think it's a phobia.
I forgot to look up what that one is called, but we did look up some other fun ones.
Oh, yeah. Tell them. Tell them
you
about the
know-
fun ones.
Well, first, you know what the number one fear is? If you, according to this very unscientific poll research that I did,
What is it?
it's public speaking.
Oh.
Which I guess maybe if you were on Family Feud, you might have guessed that. I don't know. But I guess 75% of the population experiences some level of fear when they're speaking in front of
Really? Do you?
others. It depends. I suppose if I'm presenting and I have very specific talking points that I have to hit succinctly, it just depends on how comfortable and familiar I am with the content.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not afraid of speaking to, say, quote unquote, more important people versus less important people.
Mhm.
I'm not afraid to present on board meetings, or if I saw somebody famous, I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm afraid to talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid to have vulnerable conversations that involve feelings.
Well,
Afraid
what's
of
it?
that.
Who wants feelings? That's silly. I'm not afraid of public speaking.
Oh, you're very good at it.
It doesn't even move me. When I think about it, like,
Well, you're in the 25% of the population.
I am in the 25%. Huh.
I wonder how many people have worm phobia. Wouldn't that be funny if it was also 25%?
Oh, hey,
I don't know what
be.
that would mean, but
It would be funny, but also it's more than that because they're scary and creepy.
that's true. Okay, so more fun ones.
Okay.
I'm trying to say these, and you can guess what they are. Arachidbootyrophobia.
You're scared of spiders' butt.
A spider's butt? That's the good guess. It's actually the fear of peanut butter sticking to the roof of your mouth. Yeah, people actually are afraid of that. If you are afraid of peanut butter sticking to the roof of your mouth, you simply must send us an email or
Please.
or send me a
Please.
message because I have questions.
I do too. I love peanut butter.
You could just drink
You could-
water.
Not like push it to the roof of your mouth.
Or don't eat it on Wonder Bread that's not toast because then it's definitely going to get stuck.
It's weird. It's a weird phobia.
Yeah, but we're here for you.
Yes.
We're
No
not trying to
judgment.
Yuck your yucks. Yuck.
Yuck, you're yuck.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. This one's funny.
Okay.
Trypophobia.
Scared of falling.
Nope. A fear or repulsion of repetitive patterns of holes.
Wait. I'm leaving it.
Okay, you know where I was.
Yeah, I know exactly where you're going.
People with this condition may feel intense and disproportionate fears at the sight of objects like bubble wrap, honeycomb.
Oh, that's not what
No,
I was thinking.
I was thinking, like,
Nope.
what is it if you're not interested in sex?
Yep, that's a fear of a hole.
Yep. Anyway.
Anywho.
The rest of the fears that seem to be common were pretty guessable, I would say.
Are we going to put them in the show notes so they can see them?
I think so. And
Yeah.
maybe we can do some social media shares about
Oh, yeah.
your weirdest fears.
Yes, we want to hear them. We want to know.
Without judgment, even though I sort of judged 7-year-old Kelly's worm fears. It wasn't that she was afraid of the worms. It was just
Poor baby Kelly.
baby Kelly just sticking her hand somewhere without looking first.
That's true.
I'm surprised that didn't lead to trypophobia, the fear of holes.
It did not.
Well, some of the other fears that are maybe a little more specific, these are more of the feelings fears. Fear of what we can't see or predict, which taps into our need to feel in control and safe.
Yes.
Huh. Ding, ding, ding.
Weird.
That's me.
Yeah.
I like to be safe and in control.
I like it too.
Not like I have to have a, what would you call it? I was going to call it a burglar system. Security system.
Security
There we
system.
go. Yeah, but we do have 5 dogs. They're very loud. So maybe that's
Maybe that's part of it.
I'm not sure.
Hmm.
Yeah, those are...
Yeah, that's big for me too. Like, I like to know. It's better if I know because I can prepare myself. And if I don't know, I'm walking in unawares. It's like, so one of my big things, and I really want to get into this other part of this, but this is good. I know.
Yeah,
One of my big things is I don't like surprise parties.
Oh, me neither.
Well, what if I have on the wrong thing?
What if there's a worm theme?
What? There would never be. But like, what if I have on, like, having on the wrong clothes?
Yeah.
That is ginormous for me.
Right, because 98% of the time, I'm wearing yoga pants and a ratty tank top. So I hope the theme is active.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't like that. Don't put me in a position where I have on the wrong outfit.
No, and I'm very jumpy anyways.
I am exceptionally jumpy.
Josh says I'm too jumpy, and I'm just on the alert. I'm worried about getting kidnapped.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. And when someone scares me, I scream obscenities.
Yeah. I scream violently and my whole body goes,
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Same.
That's the thing. Okay, another one that's in the feels is failure and rejection, apparently, is a common one.
Me too.
But
isn't that everybody?
I don't know. Some people I feel like don't want, I don't know. Maybe they've just reframed it.
But I think everybody would be afraid of rejection. Nobody wants to be rejected. Nobody's okay with it.
What does it even mean to be rejected?
So when I think of rejection, I think of it as being forcibly turned away from something that you want.
Something or some...
Or someone. Yeah.
Yeah. It's that there's something inherently wrong or not good enough about you that makes you unworthy of the thing or the person.
Yes.
The connection that you want. Yeah.
I always think of, talking a lot about my grandparents. My grandmother would say, rejection is a form of protection. And she would always say that rejection is a form of protection. And when you think back on it, thank goodness I was rejected from the things that I thought I wanted.
Oh, I was thinking of it in the reverse. I'm like, that's right. I reject you first. You can't reject me. Bye.
No. Oh my God. No.
Okay, but also that's a thing.
It is a thing.
Maybe not a healthy thing, but it's a
It's a thing. It is a thing. But yeah, rejection is a form of protection.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah. I like it. And that one ties into something, I don't think we'll talk about it today, but we'll talk about it at a later time. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's a closed door or that you're doing something wrong, or that obviously, right, you can say, oh, of course there's nothing wrong with you. You're wonderful. You're great. Someone else may have rejected you, in quotations, whatever that means. But that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. It also doesn't necessarily mean that you're on the wrong course or the wrong path.
No, it's just changing your direction a bit.
You said the protection thing. Okay, so where do we think that some of these fears that we all have come from? So I think some of them, I don't think some of them, according to research, some of them are evolutionary because they're survival mechanisms. They maybe helped our ancestors survive.
Surprise parties.
Yeah, surprise parties.
Nobody wanted that.
Someone chasing you or jumping out and scaring you.
Yeah, no.
They were probably going to eat me. I think, who do you think you were in a past life? Even if you don't believe in past lives, pretend that you do.
I do believe in past lives.
Okay, what were you or who were you?
I think I was a man.
Okay.
I do. I think I've thought about this before.
What kind of man?
I was a good man. I don't know. I don't know his name, but I was a good man.
This is clipping clipped.
This is clipping clipped. But I was a good man. And
a good man. Prepare for family. Brought home the bacon.
I
Ended up in the heap.
did. I was one of the men that were different back in that time. Whatever that time. I don't, Jenna, you said past life. Like, I don't know the time
Are you
frame.
picturing yourself as a colonial man? Are you
I don't like the
on a
clothes.
merchant ship? Are you in Australia with the ruse?
I probably was an Italian man.
Okay, I can see it.
And I was the one that was not traditional in that I did all the work, but also I made sure my wife was taken care of too.
Oh, that's nice. I can see that.
I could totally see that. Like, I feel like that's who I was.
Yes. A very nurturing man that's in touch with his emotional intelligence.
Mhm.
Maybe you had a pizza place.
Oh, maybe. You never know. Or gelato. I had a gelato
Old school
shop.
gelato.
Yes.
Or it was only not that many moons ago and you had a full gelato shop. And you
See
just
what I'm
got ran
saying?
over by a stray cart. And
That's
then,
what I'm
poof,
saying.
you
Here
came
I
back, it's
am.
you.
Here I am. What about you?
I was a cat.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think I was an animal.
You know, you would. Yep, you were a cat.
Right? Can't you see it?
Yep.
I'm not even a cat person. I'm kind of like, but you know when you are sort of annoyed by things that are too much like you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Yep.
I want attention unless I don't want it.
Mm-hmm.
Very particular, fairly independent. I'll come around when I want to come around.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want the companionship, but then I'd like to leave. I'd like to hunt, not physically. I don't actually like to kill animals at all, but
Occasionally you want to throw shit off the table.
yeah, just to mess with it.
Yeah.
I'm super petty
Yeah.
when provoked. I've worked on being less petty for fun.
When provoked.
Yeah.
You can be, yeah.
PWP. Petty when provoked. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyways, yeah, that was a bit of a digression. But yes, evolutionary roots of fears. So things maybe that kept us safe in the past. Some of those things can still serve us now in our current. What are we in? We're past the Industrial Revolution. What is this now?
I don't even want to talk about what this is.
It's the Black Mirror episode.
It's a Black Mirror episode over here. Yeah.
The other thing we were talking about earlier. Oh, wait. So if you're predators, we don't like being scared, perhaps, because especially in our current female bodies, we're maybe more susceptible to being prey because physically we're just simply not as strong.
Not
I
as
can work
strong.
out every day.
And never be as strong as a man.
Arm wrestle me and win. And it's very annoying.
Mm-hmm.
So my grandma's really good at arm wrestling. She's 90-something now and she can still.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway. So some of those things make sense. Brain structure, chemistry. So we were talking about the amygdala. That's the thing which really still ties to evolutionary stuff or biological.
It does.
It triggers the fight or flight.
Mm-hmm.
And the interesting thing is that, so the quote was, this lightning fast system prioritizes survival over accuracy, which is why we might jump at a stick that looks like a snake. But more interestingly, it can trigger the fight or flight. It's like Peter Pan response before our rational mind can evaluate the situation. So a stick is a snake, or this person is going to leave me and that's frightening and scary, so I'm going to reject them first before they can reject me.
Yes. Look how that's tying it all in. Yep. I can see that.
Cognitive patterns, cultural and social influences. That's interesting. So the societies that we live in, media and stories. And then this one's interesting, social learning and modeling. So things during childhood, aka worms, can definitely influence what we are afraid of. And then if your parent is afraid of something, you're more likely to
for
be
sure. For sure.
See them do the thing. Yeah. So those are some things of why you can be afraid. So when we are faced with things that are scary and we want to, or there may be holding us back. So some fears are fine. I don't think you ever need to really work on not being afraid of worms. Like, forget worms. You can just avoid them in your life.
I can't just avoid them. I don't have to garden.
No. But if you're afraid of something bigger, maybe failure could be one of them. And when we're talking about our new things, rejection could be one of them when we're talking about doing our big audacious things. So when we think about what those blockers might be in ways that may be more impactful than worms or birds in our lives. By the way, my fear eats your fear for breakfast.
Sure
Really,
does.
It's really nice. Maybe when I was a cat in a past life, I was killed by a bird.
Maybe.
So I was hunting them, messing with their shit.
Look at you.
Okay. So actually, before we talk about how we work on fears, can we talk about fear versus intuition?
Mm-hmm. So I consulted Mr. Google again. And
We call him Google.
oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Google. And this
A man, remember?
yeah, I know it. This is what Google said. When experiencing fear, the brain activates the amygdala, triggering a cascade of physiological responses preparing the body for fight or flight. Intuition, on the other hand, often involves a more subtle internal sense of knowing, potentially linked to the prefrontal cortex and other areas associated with pattern recognition and emotional processing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I found that really interesting. And when I shared that with you, right before I read that, we were talking about my intuition. And so about 3 years ago, you make a New Year's resolution and people make those resolutions. And for a very long time, I would have like a word or a Bible verse for the year. But for whatever reason, 3 years ago, I decided that my resolution was going to be the same every single year. And that was to lean into my knowing. And essentially, it's leaning into my intuition.
Mm-hmm.
And so for a long time, I fought against my intuition because a lot of it was opposite of what my family wanted or what was expected of me. And I ran from that and I pushed it away and it felt horrible. And I will say, when I started to lean into my intuition, my entire life changed. Everything changed. It looked different. And that fear of being rejected by my family and anyone else became secondary to me because I leaned into what I knew, what I felt in my soul to be right. And so when we talk about fear versus intuition, I would like our listeners, who are they this week?
Oh,
Well,
this is going to be an ad hoc.
Yeah, this will be an ad hoc. Yeah, I think we're going to be talking to the Audacity Crew this week. The ACs, it's hot. So to the Audacity Crew, when I want you guys to really consider when you're making decisions or making choices, is it based on your fear or is it based on your intuition? We really want you to get into that.
Yeah. And Kelly has a great journal that she mentioned that she's created that could help you start to differentiate.
Yeah.
Because I am maybe a bit behind you in the intuition game, but my specific intuition story was I just sensed that there was something wrong with 2 of our dogs last year, and there was nothing clinically. I just knew.
Yeah,
and I insisted on the vet doing it. I almost didn't do it because even at the vet, I don't want to look crazy. And then I thought, so what if these people think I'm crazy? I'm going to pay for the tests for the dogs to have. Who cares? There's got to be way crazier people coming in here. People with pet birds. I'm sorry if you have a pet bird, but anyway. So they said, no, I think everything looks fine. Maybe a little antacid or whatever because anyways, it turns out both of them had cancer. And I just knew in my gut. And that was the turning point for me. Although sad, it was, oh, no, you're not crazy. Raise your hand if you've been told that you're crazy a million times in your life. Both our hands are up. If I had extra hands, I would hold them up too. I'm not crazy. We have these gut instincts for a reason. And I think those of us male, female, non-binary people can have those feelings. But I think if you have a more feminine energy, maybe you are more likely to have a stronger sense of intuition or more gifted in that way. But if you have a lot of feminine energy, you're also told you're emotional. You're just being too much. You're crazy. That's ridiculous. You're just. And you hear those things.
Yes.
And speaking of where our fears originate from, growing up, culture, society,
Mm-hmm.
the relationships that we have, that's reinforced. So this isn't an intuitive feeling that's giving me direction. This is just I'm just crazy.
I'm just crazy. I have too many emotions.
And really what that's doing is it's just turning us into the people pleasers that other people want us to be.
Mm-hmm.
So the tricky part for me has been differentiating, like you said, what is my intuition versus what is
Mm-hmm.
a fear or an anxiety, which I think is just a manifestation of a fear.
Yeah, anxiety is definitely, they go hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
They absolutely go hand in hand. I often think about when people talk about they don't want to make this change or they don't want to make this big pivot in their life or this big step because they're afraid of what if. So they start digging in the bottom of the what if barrel,
I spent a lot of time down there.
Yes. I mean, we both have spent a lot of time there.
Lots of seaweed in my hair.
Yeah. But what I have learned in just living out this process is it is much easier to do the thing and take a step back and say, man, maybe that wasn't for me, as opposed to never doing the thing and regretting it later because you were afraid.
Yep.
And, Audacity Crew, the ACs, my big pivots, I want to be very clear about what happened when I follow my intuition. I am not suggesting this for anyone, but you can consider it. Just letting you know.
Books out, people.
But I got a divorce. I changed my career. I changed my career again.
So wait, are you saying that if you follow your intuition is not what's that little happy girl that skips down a path? Gosh, that's a person.
I don't know.
I'm thinking of Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farms, but that's not the person.
Are you saying Shirley Temple?
Maybe. Goldilocks?
Oh, Goldie.
Dorothy. Anyways, you're saying that following your intuition is not always, it's not like a leprechaun said to you here's the pot at the end of the rainbow. It can lead you to really scary places, and it can be...
It could be terrifying. It could be absolutely terrifying. But I will tell you, every single thing I did, no kidding, was absolutely terrifying walking through the process. But on the other side of it, I am a better person because of it. Because I followed what I knew to be true and shook off the fear all of that was shrouded in. So it doesn't always look pretty. And here's the other part about intuition. Some people don't understand it.
Yeah.
They're not going to understand what you do.
Nope.
But do it anyway because it's yours and you feel it. And you know it to be true for you.
And even if it doesn't lead to the outcome that perhaps you anticipated, we can still learn from the experiences.
And you don't have the regret. It's the regret.
Yeah. Yeah. So my fear beyond birds is I guess my core focus is feeling safe. And so if something threatens my safety, I don't like it. And so my coping mechanism for that has generally been controlling everything possible, forecasting every single possible outcome, and then creating mitigation plans for those outcomes because that makes me feel prepared.
Yes.
Some of those things are helpful. I have one of those seatbelt cutters in my car. So
I have to. You made me get one.
Yeah, because Beth, shout out Beth, she told us about it. And I was like, oh my God, I'm worried about driving over bridges and falling into the water.
Yeah, and not being able to break the window.
Yes. And it's less like I don't want to live my life and more just that I want to feel prepared.
Yes.
Because then I can go about my day and not worry. But if I sense something is happening that is out of my control or that I simply can't come up with a mitigation plan, such as, I don't know, being vulnerable in a relationship. Oh, that's scary. Because you're just putting yourself out there in the middle of the road like a bird that's playing chicken. Yep. Bird's playing chicken. And you just hope the other person isn't going to decide to run over you. And there's no mitigation plan for that, Kelly. I've tried to think of one.
I know. There's not.
Either you stay reserved and you don't get you don't get the reward of the big love and the feelings that the connection that you can have if you put yourself out there, but you are risking something. So I've been struggling with that. Is it worth it? I think for me, yes, it is worth it, but I understand why. I just still don't like it. It makes me feel icky.
It's very uncomfortable. Feelings are uncomfortable, you guys. Feelings are uncomfortable. And again, we could talk 18 hours to you guys. But the thing about love, I read this quote a very long time ago. Being in love with someone is like giving them a gun and pointing it at your heart and trusting that they won't pull the trigger. I know.
Fainting couch. That's it. It's not any less severe than that either.
No, it's not.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gross.
It's gross and it's scary. But again, it's worth it.
It is. And so I suppose my long-winded thing is a couple things to share there. One, that's a huge fear for me, and it's very hard to lean into because it feels counterintuitive to everything that I've constructed and every single thing that I've built my life around to avoid, which is unexpected loss, I guess, which I experienced at a young age. So I think it was a poor memory or type of thing. Anyway, but even when you follow your intuition and you get the thing, so maybe it's really good for a while, and then maybe it does all crash and burn around you. Maybe the person that's holding the figurative gun at your heart decides that they're going to shoot it. I've always assumed, well, that's it. It was all terrible. It wasn't worth it. It was a waste. I went through all this. Going through all this theoretical heartache for no reason. But I don't remember where I heard it, but somebody reframed it to the tune of, just because it ends, you still had all of those good times and you still had all of that love. And just because it's gone and it hurts now, it doesn't mean that it wasn't worth it. So things are just, Captain Obvious speaking here, but things are not black and white. They're so gray. And myself, anyway, I'm so conditioned to live in something is good or it's bad. It's positive or it's negative. We want to do it or you don't want to do it. But very few things are like that.
Very few things are like that. Very few things are like that. And that's, in thinking about, I don't know, life choices, big or small, doing it outside of fear is, it's not easy, and it has to be intentional too a lot of times, because fear is a default in a lot of ways.
For sure.
Yeah. And also, hey, it's a safety mechanism.
I was just going to say, that's how we survive a lot, right?
Yes.
Or some of us survive less. See me on motorcycles.
Nope. But that's like, it's a safety mechanism for a lot of us,
Yeah. I think if you can break down where we're going is if you can break down, okay, what is your fear that's stopping you? Is it fear? Is it intuition? If it's intuition, let that guide you. If it's fear, let's tackle it. Again, some fears we don't have to worry about. They're valid.
Thank you.
But I guess even a valid fear can get taken out of control. Yes. If you're afraid of getting kidnapped, I'm afraid of getting kidnapped. But that shouldn't stop me from going outside. Unless, I don't know, you're one of those crazy stories like Elizabeth Smart that got kidnapped out of her bed by creepy cult people. And
can we not talk about that?
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Anyways, you get a pass. But I think even she still went outside.
She did.
So fear is going to have a place. For instance, if you're going to your car, make sure your key's out. Make sure you're looking around. Make sure you're being observant, right?
Yes.
So there's things that you can do to address the fears. But some of the fears, I think, perhaps you can... Is it accepting the risk, or is it challenging? Are my fears... Not are they valid, but...
What does it feel like?
What does it feel like?
When you fear versus intuition.
Oh, well... It feels sweaty. Nauseous-y.
Nauseous-y, yeah. Heart racing. It feels urgent.
Yes, there's a sense of urgency. I must act now. And it comes, it's not usually a building or a crescendo. It's like, whew, like a big tidal wave. And then there's a panicky sense of, whereas usually like that, it's also my old man noise for the person that's scared of holes.
I like it.
So then intuition feels like what?
Intuition feels like taking a deep breath. It feels like not necessarily calm, but it doesn't make you want to hide or run or fight. It is soft when I think of intuition. Intuition is soft. Intuition is the intuition begs more questions, whereas fear is like an exclamation point.
We talked about how we were raised religious, and I don't like a lot of parts of traditional religion, but there's parts of it that I do like, and parts of it as I get older that make more sense. And did you ever, I don't know if it's actually a verse or if it was just a weird song or somebody just said it, but the Holy Spirit is supposed to be the part of the Trinity that's your guide or your little Jiminy Cricket. But somebody said, or whatever, the Holy Spirit talks to you like a still small voice.
Yes.
It's not loud. It's not big. It's not aggressive. It's not urgent. It's just, and you sort of have to be quiet and maybe not literally quiet, but
sometimes literally shut up.
Quiet. Yeah, to hear it. Because if you're not really looking for it and paying attention, you won't hear it.
You won't hear it. Yes. I also think when I think about my knowing, I call it my knowing. When I think about my knowing continues to show up. It doesn't go away. Like fear comes in a tidal wave and then it's gone. But my knowing just kind of hangs out there with me. Like fear comes when I think of the one thing and then the thing and then the thing. My knowing is just always there. It never leaves me.
Nope. And even if you haven't found it in a while or you've never found it, it just takes practice. It's in there. I don't remember if we talked about this yet or not, but I had an eating disorder for a very long time. And the crazy part about that is you can't stop eating, right? So your brain is the one that's telling you the thing and stuff. And speaking about your gut being the thing that guides you, my gut was literally the thing that was lying to me, really, and causing that misdirection. So it's not a sob story moment. It's just, if you aren't sure how to differentiate those things, that's okay. You can get there. It's just practice. And you might say, I think this is intuition, and that time it wasn't. But you can learn from those experiences. So
when does your intuition come? Like, are you doing a certain thing, or is there something that...
Usually I'm working down at the barn. I'm mucking stalls or something which actually ties a little bit, because I don't know if you have done or know about I think it's called EMDR therapy.
Yes.
Yeah. And especially if they're doing it with kids, they'll have them go bounce a basketball outside. I can't remember the parts of your brain, but it activates some part of your brain so that when you're talking about, this isn't EMDR, so I'm confusing therapies, but when you're talking about a trauma or processing something, the other part of your brain that's used to do the sort of basic task of bouncing the basketball, it feels safer, I think, for your brain to talk about the thing. So when I'm down doing barn chores, it's menial labor. It's not high skill. It's not difficult. I'm just sort of moving, and my brain maybe has time to go places and spaces and things. So I think generally for me, it's at the barn.
For me, it's two places. And it's typically in the morning. I do gentle wake-ups now. So whereas before raising kids, I had...
Cannonball.
Yes, it was a cannonball. Like wake up, like everything was rushed and hurried, and I had to do the thing and do the thing and do the thing. And lots of alarms and doing the thing. And now I wake up gently. I do wake up with an alarm usually, but I wake up with an alarm about 15 minutes before I'm supposed to, and I can lay in bed and kind of breathe and stretch and think through my day, and my knowing comes a lot then. And the other place is in the shower, and I think because my senses are a bit distorted in the shower, and so my knowing comes to me then. But when I tell you it's the same thing that comes over and over again, it is so incredible how it can lead you and it's helping you. But you just got to be quiet enough to listen to it.
Yeah, being quiet, not a strength for me.
Ooh, I'll tell you one more thing my grandfather said, because I told you, I don't know what's up with my grandparents today, but they're all right.
It's the vibe.
So my grandfather used to say, everybody needs a little shut the hell up sometimes, and this is your time. And so
I love it. I think that's why I like the barn, because whether I'm actually literally running my mouth or just in my brain, it never stops.
Yeah.
So I always have to have a podcast on or music, or I can't have silence, because if it's silent and there's nothing that I can do
Mm.
to use my brain, I pause like a deer in the headlights. It's a panic because I'm still admittedly not comfortable with all that stuff going on.
Yeah,
in
it's
there.
a lot of stuff
If
happening.
you pause, that's when the feelings get you.
Feelings.
So I think the barn is when I have some safe space for my brain maybe to do as your grandpa says and have a little minute of shut the hell up.
Shut the hell up.
Yeah.
So what do we want for our audacious crew this week? The ACs.
The AC is...
I kind of like that.
AC, the good shirt. I think what we talked about, and I think we're going to do it with you, is picking something that scares you, a fear. It can be big, small, medium, whatever. Or I guess doing something that scares you for 7 whole days in a row. It could be one thing and you're working on it and chipping away at it a little bit. It could be 7 different things. The rules are not fixed. They're a bit loose. You could desensitize yourself to the thing. Have you ever heard if you're trying to make a decision, you put on different, I guess, outcomes of the decision and wear it around? So
no, that's really great.
Take this job versus that job. I'm picking between 2, and there's different aspects about them. Today, I'm going to pretend that I'm taking job A, and I imagine I'm going through life all day with that job, and then the second day you do the other thing. So I think you can do some desensitization with some of your fears that way maybe too, depending on what they are. But anyway, yeah, do something that scares you for 7 days and maybe journal about it. Kelly has a great journal that you can write in, or you can write wherever you want. Mental notes, notebook,
yes,
computer.
What are you going to do? Do you have any idea?
I don't know yet.
I don't either. I keep thinking about feelings. Yeah.
That's what's been convicting me lately, to use the spiritual words. I've been very in tune with the fact that I don't like... I mean, I've always known that. That's not new. But I think that if I ignore the feelings, they just go away, and that's not true.
Oh, no.
They just hover, and then they manifest like something else.
Yes.
And you don't even know what it is. And you're like, who are you? What are you doing here?
Yeah.
Weird thing.
Feelings.
And it's like, I put on this outfit, and you didn't know it was me, and it was me. It was a furry.
Okay.
We'll let you know.
We'll let you know. I have no idea, but I think it's going to have something to do with feelings, which I'm not happy about, but whatever. I'm doing it for you, AC. I'm doing it for you.
Yeah, same. So we'll share what our challenges are on our Instagram or Facebook, on social media. We'll share what those are, and then we'll hold each other accountable. If you would like to share what yours are, share
we
those
love
too.
it.
We'll do little check-ins, and we'll do this together.
Yes, I'm excited.
Okay.
Later, taters.
Bye.